Hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today, you're going to see how to plan an L-shape cabinet step by step. Yeah, such an individual L-shaped cabinet like you see here. And first of all, we will activate here the smart clicks. And you see we have here two single cabinets, and we just start a new project and go through it step by step. And when there are questions, just let me know in the chat. I will keep an eye on it and answer this. All right. First of all, we have here the default cabinet. We change here the height to 2300 and the width of the first cabinet is 2800 millimeter. So the depth of the cabinet is 550. So in the next step, yeah, we don't need trims. What we need is a flat back, and beneath cabinet is 80 millimeter. That is all right. And now we are changing the material. So we activate here all parts of group. Yeah, and we use here the 18 mil material for the shelves as well as for the back. For the plinths as well. All right. Now when we have done this, we go to the division tab and we divide our cabinet with two verticals. And the right area thus has a width of 1200, and here's the middle area has a width of 700. So the next step will be that we're adding here the horizontals. So, and the height of this top area, of all top areas, they are 500. So we click here on the smart click for the top area. Yeah, please consider to use here the smart click for the top area, not for the whole area. And the area is also here purple colored. Click on this circle menu is opening, and we click on the height button and type in 500. And last but not least, here on the top left area as well. So when we have done this, we can continue at here horizontal here on the bottom left area and here. So, and here on the right area, we will add one in here, and the height of this area is here 250. And here again, it's here also 250. So this height here is 450. And this we keep related one to one to each other. All right. So now we are almost finished with division. We just need to focus here on the bottom right area, and here we add one more horizontal. And later on, we will shorten this horizontal, and we actually don't need this panel here. So that's why we go in the area, here in the area for the whole. Yeah, this is that one for the right area. This is for the left, and this is for the whole area, like you see purple colored. So we click on here, and here we go in a setting for this area. So we don't need the top panel. That's why we can go here where the top panel is. We type in the number 0. That means we don't have a top panel. So, and then we can save it. Yeah, so the top panel disappeared, but we do have this area, and this is important later on because we want to have in this area here, we will do it later on, close rail, yeah. So, but before we set up the close rail, we will finish the division, and that means we do need here one more horizontal here in this area and here. So the height of this area is 850, and the height of this area is 450. All right. So now we are almost done, and we go now to the interior tab, and here we add the interior drawers and close rails. So interior drawer, we just have one in here. Yeah, so we choose here the height, and here we need to have distance to the top, yeah, because it should be here, and then we drag it and drop it in here. So, and for the close rails, we choose here the close rails. Yeah, also the distance to back. When here is nothing, then it's in the middle. Here's the distance to the top. And here you can also choose a hardware for the close rail. Yeah, here, for example, is it shelf fixing or side fixing. So activate here the close rail, and then you just drag it and drop it in the area where you want to have it. Yeah, and now you see where we go. We want to have the rail through the whole area, and this is here divided. That's why we don't need this panel here, what we deleted. All right, yeah. Here you can also add close rail here. And here, everywhere where you want to have it. So you see here for our drawers, we do have a different material. So when we go here to the material tab, now we have also here a 16 millimeter material tab. We need to change it here, the drawers, and also the bottom panel for the drawer. And then we have the same texture as the whole cabinet. All right. Now we are almost done with the first cabinet. Last but not least is we want to shorten here this vertical, and therefore we do need to click here on the eye and activate here the smart clicks. Before we can activate everything, we need to deactivate it. Yeah, and then we do need the arrows. We keep the Shift key pressed and click here on this. Yeah, and then the arrows appearing here, and then we can make it shorter. Yeah, you can here also click on here and type in like 475. You can type in your exact measurement. All right, now we are done with our first cabinet, and I turn off the arrows. We don't need them yet, and we click here on the cabinet tab, and yeah, we'll add our next cabinet. So we click here on the drop down menu. The width is 1200. The height is also 2300. The depth is 550. Distance left, bottom, and distance to back, we keep it 0. We can change it afterwards. I show you how to do it. And we just drag it and drop it here on the left wall. Yeah, here is important that you consider be with your mouse arrow directly here on the wall. So yeah, we go back to the material tab and drag and drop here the 18 mil material set over it. So, and now we need to find out the distance. Yeah, we can calculate it by ourselves. We can also use the measurement function, and therefore you keep the control button pressed. Go here on this point on the corner, click on it, that is green, and then we measure this. And you see we have here a distance of 750. So we can shorten the wall for 750, or we can click here on the smart click for the cabinet, choose here distance left and type in here 750. Yeah, then it's exactly on here. So now we do want to have here also a flat back. That's why we go here on the cabinet tab and choose here flat, and distance to side is 0. Then the gap is closed. All right. So we don't need here right side. That's why we click here on the smart click, and we will delete here the right side. And you see here's a gap. And that is because here is a gap for the right side. When you click on the smart click, you can also let the horizontal passing, then the gap is closed. Yeah, here also the same for the bottom. But I show you later on, we will change it again and I show you it other way. Yeah, for now, in this case, it would be the smartest solution. Yeah, we have here the same thickness of the side and the back that is here fitting well. So now we are done with the setup for the cabinet, and we go here to the division tab, and we want to have here a vertical, and this area has a width of 800, And we do have here also a horizontal on top. So, and here's the height is also of this area is here also 500 here and here. So, and now you see here the problem. We do have a gap here, yeah, because we deleted the side, yeah. When we click here again, you see the side is coming, so we can't get out of the gap because the side is here deleted. That's why I turn it back here also to side passing. Yeah, it would be also the smartest to keep it like we have had it on the beginning. So, and we just extend our cabinet for 18 more millimeters. That's why we click here on a dimension for the width of the cabinet, type in here 1218, confirming it with enter, and you see here this is the gap is closed. Yeah, that is here just for the smart click. So, and you see here also this gap is closed. And what you see here when it's blinking like this, here we do have an overlap of the back. And we see we do have here two backs. So to change it, we go here back to the cabinet tab and say here depth of division 0. Then we have only one back and we need to shorten it here for 18 millimeter. And therefore we click here on a smart click for the whole left cabinet. And here we go in a setting. And here we go a bit down. Yeah, and say here distance back to right. Yeah, you see we type in here the distance 18 that we get a gap. And then we save it. Now we have here the distance, and now it's not blinking. It's now correct. Okay, yeah. Then we can go on with the division. Yeah, also here when you see when it's in a way in the view, you can also click here on the eye. You can here turn on the room and turn everything off except as the activated cabinet. Yeah, you can here choose, do you want to work on cabinet 1 or cabinet 2? You can choose in here. And you see it here in a single view, only the cabinet. Okay. So the next will be here. We are done with the division on the right side. On the left side, we need to add a few more horizontals. So we need 1, 2, 3 more. Drag it and drop it in here. So bottom area has a height of 270. And this has a height of 380. Here we have one more. And here we do have 3 verticals. So here we have a height of 400. And now we go here in the interior tab, and here we do have one interior drawer in here, and we have two interior drawers here on the bottom. So now we go back to the material tab, choose here the 60mm Bavarian beach texture or Bavarian beach, beaches with a lot of sand. I think it's pronounced beach. All right, and yeah, now we are pretty much done. So we can click on the eye and draw the cabinets. We can turn off all the smart clicks and present it to our customer. All right. Yeah, now we are done. And last but not least, you can click here on the top right corner, data export, to generate your cutting list. Yeah, you see here you can choose different layouts. Yeah, I just choose here the materials, and it will be calculated. Yeah, you see your same parts, you see the amount of the same parts. And yeah, when you click here on export ASCII, you can save it as a CSV file. All right, now we are done for today, and thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to our next time. So take care. Bye bye.